Okay, imagine you're in kindergarten. Your friend Tommy comes up to you and says, "Hey, give me your juice box today, and tomorrow I'll give you 2 juice boxes back." That sounds like a great deal. You give Tommy your juice box. The next day, Tommy comes back with 2 juice boxes just like he promised. Wow, Tommy's amazing. So you give him 2 juice boxes, and he promises to give you 4 juice boxes tomorrow. But here's the secret. Tommy doesn't have a juice box machine. He's not making extra juice boxes. He's just taking juice boxes from other kids and giving them to you. When those other kids ask for their juice boxes back, Tommy takes juice boxes from more kids to pay them. Eventually, there aren't enough kids with juice boxes left. And when everyone asks for their juice boxes back at the same time, Tommy runs away because he doesn't actually have any juice boxes. He never did. That's a Ponzi scheme. And some grown-ups did this with real money. Lots and lots of money. Let's talk about the biggest juice box stealers in history. Charles Ponzi, the original juice box thief. 1920. There was a man named Charles Ponzi who lived a long time ago. He told people, "Give me your money, and in 90 days, I'll give you way more money back." People asked, "How will you make more money?" Charles said, "I'm going to buy special stamps in one country where they're cheap and sell them in America where they're expensive." That sounds smart, right? So people gave Charles their money. And guess what? 90 days later, Charles really did give them more money back. So those people told their friends, and their friends told their friends, and soon thousands of people were giving Charles their money. But here's the secret. Charles wasn't actually buying any stamps. He was just taking money from new people and giving it to old people. It's like if Tommy took juice boxes from kids in other classrooms to pay back kids in your classroom. Charles got so much money that he bought a big mansion and fancy cars. He was on the cover of newspapers. Everyone thought he was the smartest man in the world. Then one day, a newspaper reporter asked, "Hey, where are all these stamps you're buying?" Charles couldn't answer, because there were no stamps. When people found out, they all ran to Charles's office yelling, "Give us our money back!" But Charles didn't have their money. He'd spent it on his mansion and cars. Charles went to jail, and from then on, this trick was called a Ponzi scheme after him. He stole $20 million, which today would be like stealing $200 million. That's a lot of juice boxes. Bernie Madoff, the biggest juice box thief ever. 2008. Bernie Madoff's Ponzi scheme was so big that it makes Charles Ponzi look like a kid stealing candy. Bernie told people, "Give me your money and I'll invest it in the stock market. I'll make you more money every year." And for 50 years, Bernie kept his promise. Every year, people would check and their money grew. Some people gave Bernie all their money. Retirement savings, kids' college funds, everything. Rich people gave Bernie money. Charities gave Bernie money. Movie stars gave Bernie money. Everyone trusted Bernie, but Bernie wasn't investing in anything. Like Tommy with the juice boxes, Bernie took money from new people and gave it to old people who wanted their money back. This worked for 50 years because most people didn't take their money out. They just looked at the paper that said, "You have more money now," and felt happy. As long as the new people kept giving Bernie money, he could pay the few people who wanted cash back. Bernie stole $65 billion. That's so much money that if you had it in dollar bills, you could fill up 1,000 swimming pools. When people discovered what Bernie was doing, thousands of families lost everything. Some people lost the money they'd saved their whole lives. Some charities had to close. Bernie went to jail for 150 years. He died in prison. The money was gone forever. Alan Stanford, the Caribbean juice box thief. 2008. Around the same time as Bernie, there was Alan Stanford. Alan owned banks in the Caribbean, islands with beaches. Alan told people, "Put your money in my Caribbean bank. I'll give you way more interest than American banks. American banks might give you $5 extra for every $100 you save." Alan promised $10 extra. Double. People thought, Alan must be a really good banker. So they gave him their money. But Alan wasn't actually making money. He was taking money from new customers and giving it to old customers. Alan also used the money to buy private islands, a castle, and his own cricket team. Alan stole $7 billion. When police caught him, the money was gone. Alan went to jail for 110 years. MMM in Russia. The juice box thief of Russia, 1994. After the Soviet Union ended, Russia became a new country. Many Russians didn't understand how banks worked. A man named Sergey Mavrodi created MMM. He went on TV and said, "Give us your money, we'll give you more money back." He showed commercials with people saying, "I gave MMM my money and now I'm rich." Millions of Russians gave MMM their money. 10 million people joined. That's like if everyone in New York City gave this guy their allowance. But MMM wasn't investing. They were taking money from new people and giving it to old people. The scheme collapsed after about a year. Millions of people lost all their savings. Sergey went to jail, but later got out and tried to start new Ponzi schemes. Some people never learned. OneCoin, the digital juice box thief. 2014 to 2017. A woman named Ruja Ignatova told people she created a new cryptocurrency like Bitcoin. She called it OneCoin. She said, "Buy OneCoin now while it's cheap. Soon you'll be rich." People thought, Bitcoin made people rich. Maybe OneCoin will too. So they bought OneCoin. But OneCoin wasn't real. Bitcoin exists on computers all over the world. OneCoin was just Ruja taking people's money and showing them fake numbers on a website. Ruja stole $4 billion. Then in 2017, Ruja got on a plane and disappeared. Nobody knows where she is. The FBI still can't find her. She's on their most wanted list next to terrorists and murderers. Why do people fall for this? You might think, why do grown-ups keep falling for the juice box trick? Here's why. First, greed. When someone promises more money just for giving them your money, that sounds nice. People want to believe it's true. Second, trust. Bernie Madoff was trusted for 50 years. He was friends with famous people. People thought, if smart people trust him, he must be legit. Third, everyone else is doing it. If your neighbors and friends are giving their money to someone and getting more back, you think, I should do that too. Fourth, it seems to work at first. Tommy really did give you 2 juice boxes the next day. Bernie really did show people their money was growing. It's only later that everything falls apart. Finally, some people don't understand money well. If someone uses complicated words about investing strategies, regular people might just nod and say, "Sure, that sounds smart." How not to get tricked. Here's what you need to remember. If someone promises you'll definitely make lots of money with no risk, they're lying. Making money always has some risk. If something sounds too good to be true, it probably is. If someone says, "Give me $100 and I'll give you $200 next week," that's not how investing works. If you don't understand where the money is coming from, don't give them your money. Bernie's investors couldn't explain how he made money. Alan's bank customers couldn't explain how he paid such high interest. If you can't explain it, don't invest in it. And if someone says, "You have to invest right now or you'll miss out," that's a red flag. Real investments don't disappear if you think about them for a few days. The biggest lesson. Ponzi schemes have been around for over 100 years. They'll probably be around for another 100 years. Because there will always be people like Tommy who want to steal juice boxes. And there will always be people who believe they can get 2 juice boxes for the price of 1. The only way to protect yourself is to remember, nobody can magically make money appear. If someone promises you free money, they're probably taking it from someone else. And eventually, the juice boxes run out. Don't be the last kid asking Tommy for your juice box back, because by then, Tommy's already gone.